Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Darkest Dungeon 2. That's right, we're back with it, and today we've got a fun little team that I'm thinking about putting together here, and that is a team that is designed to take on the Corpse Light. It's been a while since we've done one of the Infernal Flames, and I remember the Corpse Light being one of my absolute favorites. It's just a lot of fun. If you don't know what the Corpse Light does, it has a 66% chance to turn a corpse into a corpse eater or carrion eater. It also has some other effects specifically to do with dot dealing teams. We do have the Plague Doctor who is dealing some dots here, but overall it's nothing to be super worried about if we can keep the torchlight up. So we'll go ahead and try our best here. But that being said, why this team, which happens to be a named team biology assignment? I did not realize that. This team has somebody who can clear a corpse with every single one of the people on this team can clear a corpse. We have Purge on the Leper, we have Fester on the Flagellant, we have Demon's Pull on the Occultist, and we have Magrain on the Plague Doctor. So the other person who could probably work well here would be the Grave Robber. She has some corpse clearing utility as well. But I thought this would be a fun team to try out and see how they handle the corpse mechanics and if we can avoid getting too many of the worms to spawn. So we have the Poet Leper to be our primary tamp. We have an Examinate Flagellant to deal some decent blight and self-heal, and also just take advantage of the blight on the enemy team. We also have the Occultist as a Warlock for the damage, and Alchemist again for just her damage output and decent healing abilities here. So we're going to see if this works. We may have to swap things up as we go, of course. But yeah, so we're going to be taking on the Infernal Flame and seeing how we can handle that. The Corpse Light is really, really fun. I think it's really, really fun. Out of all the Infernal Flames, I think it's the one that adds kind of the goofiest challenge, and I really hope they add more things like that to the game. Just kind of weird things that drastically change your playstyle. Like, I normally don't focus on corpses that much, but this team is kind of built around the idea that this is a threat and we have to eliminate that threat. So starting off super fun here with the quad zombies, which is always a great grand old time. But we should be able to handle these guys. Now, we do have a head injury. This is something I'm going to want to get rid of pretty quick because it is just very obnoxious. Other than that, just Hemophobic, Lazy Eye, which does lower our damage output, but not our dot output. Then we have a Tough Leper, which just kind of went for Poet because of the tough. He's also Boisterous, which is a bit annoying, but nothing we can deal with. Let's see if we can go ahead and land that. We're dazed here, and then we'll just go ahead and throw a Stand Up on the Leper just so he can eat some of the damage for the rest of our team. I'm drinking my pumpkin spice latte right now at 3:40 in the afternoon. Probably shouldn't be drinking pumpkin spice latte right now, but you know what? Yeah, we live life dangerously. This guy is dead, so not super worried about that. We don't have to worry about the Corpse Light quite yet, so let's go ahead and get that little bit of damage going. And wow, that was double vulnerable from the Torchlight here. Don't see that every day. It's a 5% chance on both of them there. Pretty interesting stuff. What's his base blight resist? 50%? Not too shabby. Though his ability to apply blight right now is testing my patience here.
Deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Don't miss. Only 9 damage there. I guess he is a Poet Leper, so you know, that kind of makes sense. There it is. Dead as dead can be. All right, that's it. We've won. That's the whole run.
In this weighty gloom, a spark.
But yeah, so since we've got a named team here, I want to ask everybody a question and go ahead and leave your answers in the comments. But what's your favorite team comp in Darkest Dungeon 2 so far? It doesn't need to be a named team, but you know, if it is a named team, leave the name of the team down there as well. But I'm interested to see what things people enjoy playing. Ooh, start off with a Bounty Hunter. Pretty interesting. Let's take a look at our route selections here. Ooh, we get the Searing Scripture. Remove negative tokens and remove combo. Endure skills steals negative tokens and steals combo. Less blight, burn resist. This one is probably not one that we're going to be using very often. It's not really made for what we're going for here. We do get additional field hospital locations, though, and I think that might be pretty good for us to start off with. We could also potentially get some decent blight trinkets, which will help with the torch. Now, the other thing is that the Tangle, we have a team that can take on the General pretty easily. So with Acid Rain and with Plague Grenade, we'll be able to tap the back routes. And also with Al, like we have like the perfect team for just making the General feel like he's got nothing going on for him. So that may be something we want to take advantage of.
Remind us of a time before the end.
Yeah, so here's the corpse light. So enemies have a chance to turn into carrion eaters, or corpses have a chance to turn into carrion eaters. Heroes get additional speed, and we get less blight or dot resistance. Enemies gain dot resistance and also gain positive tokens if they resist dots. As the torch gets lower, that increases that chance as well. So we're gonna go ahead and take this torch.
Investment.
And then let's take a look at stagecoach items. We do have a greater sharpness charm, which like that's a pretty beefy thing to start with. An additional 20% damage right off the bat. That could be really potent, especially on somebody like Al, who's already getting additional damage from his range skills. He's pretty much going to be our primary damage dealer, at least direct damage dealer. And that's a really nice trinket to start with. Now, that does limit us in our stagecoach items, but right now I'm not seeing anything that's like super potent. I'm not seeing an assay gear. I'm not seeing like a griddle or a trinket organizer, and this is a really strong start. So I think we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that. I say think as I've already done it. Now, let's take a look at pets. Now, if Carrion Eater worked on corpse removal abilities, this would be overpowered for this team. But unfortunately, it does not. It only works on when you actually kill the corpse. You actually have to hit the corpse down. So that's really not going to work for what we're going for here. We could go for the speed. We could go for crits. We're not going to be moving very much, so I don't think that we're going to get much value there. Yeah, I'm not sure which pet is really going to work best for us here. I'm almost tempted to take the mucilage and a slime. I find this one has really good overall value for just picking up items. It does get you just more money as well, so it kind of works like an assay gear. I'm gonna go for it, and then we can figure stuff out from there. We're gonna go ahead and buy all the food here
on the road to damnation,
and we'll go feed our friend here. Now the leopard could probably do with the apples and cheese as well, but you know, it is what it is. So I think we're gonna go for the Tangle.
In the equation of your fate.
I think that's gonna be kind of a really good option for us. Now I will say the one thing that we're really suffering from right now, of course, is stress healing. So there is maybe a play for using Endure and taking off something like Necrosis or Lash's Gift, and instead replacing of Endure and going Toxic. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe if we find some stress resistance trinkets, I will consider that a bit more. For now, I think we might just have to rely on killing things and hoping for the best. I will say if we do have some laudanum, which we do, we should probably go ahead and just buy that. Will be a pretty good purchase for us early on. And we do have Skull Tea as well, which might actually be worth it, honestly. It's basically a guarantee. It is a guarantee, and we can throw that on the flag here. Get rid of that head injury, which is just going to cause us so many problems. And yeah, just throw some laudanum on there. Still have these mastery points. Ah, man. What do I want to upgrade? Well, we can upgrade Abyssal Artillery for the damage. I might even upgrade Weird for the heal, but we don't really need that heal, honestly. I'm not super worried about it. Maybe Plague Grenade for just the increased blight. No, let's go Indiscriminate Science. Let's get our support ability up. And I think we're just going to go for the Tangle. I know that this might be a better option for us, but an early lair sounds like a pretty good option for this team, considering how good this team is at taking on that lair boss. Gotta drink my coffee there. All right, let's go for it. Yeah, definitely want to hear about what your favorite team comp is. I think mine is still my OG classic, like, team that just kicks everything's butt, and that's going to be Mana Arms, Highwayman, Jester, Plague Doctor. It's just such a good team.
Resignation.
It just really kicks butt on everything it does. Now we do have a Kyrogen's table right off the bat, which is definitely interesting. Now Spike Skullcap or the Appalling Apron are both good options for us there. Those are kind of the things that we're looking at getting out of that. And we're in good condition, and we can go right into a hospital. So if we end up in bad condition, we might be able to take care of ourselves going up into the lair from there. I'm going to go for it, and this may be a quick run, but Kyrogen's table early on could definitely be very potent for us. Everybody, of course, is smart enough to want to go to the Oasis. I absolutely agree with everybody's decision there that the Oasis is probably the smarter place to go. But it's not the funner place to go. And YouTube, we're here for the fun places to go. We're here for the violence and, you know, the fools getting killed kind of deal, right? Right, chat? Okay, only Baldwin really wants to do this. We're gonna ruin our relationships for the sake of content. Okay, so we start off with our first round here. We do have a Woodsman, which means we are guaranteed to not get a size 2 enemy in the next wave. I would say that our priority is definitely going to be the Widow here. It's because of her ability to deal stress and all that fun stuff. So the question is, can we kill her quickly enough? With a 7, that puts us in a pretty good spot. If this lands, I think we got her. All right. That was a pretty lucky start, if I'm entirely honest. Let's go ahead and remove that corpse. They both resisted the blight there. Right now, they're just getting the additional resistances. They're not getting the token generation, which is good. We definitely don't want them getting that. Should probably focus down this patient more than anything, honestly. If we can. What's our blight? Man, the resistance is 62%. That's gnarly. Oh boy. Yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of those resists, for sure. 95% resist with the flag here. This is going to be a rough fight. The blight resist built into this team, this group of enemies, is going to be a difficult one for us. We're going to have to hope to not land the blights per se, but just be able to kill some stuff here as best we can. Go ahead, we got a corpse clear. We'll remove the corpse. Because, yeah, this is going to be a doozy. Now, thankfully, Poet will be able to heal himself up pretty nicely. And the damage here isn't terrible from everybody, so I'm not super worried about the damage. Now, we are landing some blights here. His resistances are a fair bit lower, of course. Probably should have gone for the Intimidate there, but that's fine. Up to a 6 bleed now.
The small foundation of
I'm not worried about bleeding him additionally, if I'm entirely honest. Get a little bit of damage, a little bit of healing here. That works totally fine for us. We're not low enough to start that. Are we low enough to get a Solemnity off? We are not. Let's go ahead. We'll just throw an Intimidate up. Does give him the taunt. I'm going to try to get at least one Solemnity off before the next round, but we'll see how well that goes. Probably not super well right now. We could go for the IS. Just trying to figure out what the best option is for us being able to heal here. This is going to be a crit heal. But we can also save that for the stun for the next kind of round. So I'm going to go for this. This is definitely maybe not the best option, but we get a really solid heal out of this. He ends up being dead.
all problems have their solutions.
And then we start the next round with the potential to stun the back row pretty quickly, assuming that we can land it. Of course. Widow, again, probably going to be a priority for us here. We did land that blight. I'm actually pretty impressed there.
And steady.
Okay, Haunting Melody right off the bat. Because of the fact that he started off stealth because of the Kyrogen, I believe. That kind of caused a weird situation for sure. But okay, we'll go ahead and get Intimidate going again. And now we can try for the chance to stun, right? Or get a 17 crit right off the bat. I will take that. Love that for us. Let's see. We can use Battlefield Medicine. That's going to be fine. It's a nice, good heal.
Timed.
Oh, right. Funny worm is funny. So we have our first worm spawn already. Definitely wasn't expecting that right off the bat. That's unfortunate. But hey, it is just part of it. Oh, man. Wow, we actually landed a Blight there. I'm kind of surprised. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to apply a Laudanum just because we're already getting pretty high on stress. And I'm just going to go ahead and withstand now. We need to start kind of eating the damage a bit more effectively. Now, these Blights are going to turn into regens for the Kyrogen. That's just something we're going to have to deal with. Yeah, definitely glad I threw the withstand on there. Now, these guys can turn into infinite spawn loops. Oh my god. Wait, it gets a custom... It has its own... Oh my goodness. Kyrogen has a custom interaction with the worm? Oh, it forces him to mutate? Oh, Red Hook. Oh, that's evil. I had no idea. Ooh, we are in scary territory now. This may be the end of the run. I, of all things, was not expecting that. I will tell you that right now. Yeah, we are officially in very scary territory here. Of course, we'll go ahead and use Solemnity. Goodness gracious. Thank goodness our occultist is able to do decent back row damage there. Get the Intimidate going. And we'll use these heals. Man, that's funny. Of all the things, that was just not what I was expecting to see. I thought the worm would just kind of be a dead weight on the team. So to see that is pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. At this point, we might be able to just get him dead. Okay, he will die, which is good, but we may also die, which is less good. Hopefully we can outpace here enough to keep us alive. I'll take the crit 16, absolutely. And then we'll take an additional 18 heal there. We can fester the corpse to remove it so it doesn't cause us more problems. All right, let's go ahead and get another withstand going. Oh man.
Sweat-soaked brows, unsteady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
Oh, didn't see how big of a bleed we had there. Get a Vastastor. We did land the oozes there after the fact, which is not ideal, because now we have no way to get it removed from us, but... This fight did not go the way that I anticipated, that's for sure. Alright, we need to go ahead and remove that giant bleed off our friend here.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
And that's going to be a meltdown or a resolute. I'm hoping for a resolute. Unfortunately, no. Our relationships are gonna take a hit here.
A miscalculation, perhaps.
This is the fight of all time. Oh my goodness. A lot of resist there, which I'm happy to see. Great dodge from the flag there. Alright. The patient's dead, but that doesn't mean much. Oh, okay. Well, thankfully he ended the cycle there, which is good, albeit did go ahead and add, you know, a crit token to himself.
Incremental.
I'm just gonna take it as a victory that we even survived this, if I'm entirely honest.
Dragged back from the brink.
Perfect. All right.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
That was a wild ride of a fight. Oh my goodness.
The Wainwright awaits, eager to ply his trade.
All right, so what do we get from that? We got leeches, appalling apron, and a bottle case. So where are we gonna go now? I mean, the hospital's probably a good call, just to go ahead and fix some stuff up. Oh man, that was scary. Oh. All right, field hospital. Unfortunately, I have to spend the money to remove that, and I don't have any other money. But that does give us a slight heal there, and yeah, that's better. Goodness me. Well, depending, I don't know if we're gonna be in the best situation to take on the lair fight. I should probably figure out where I'm putting Appalling Apron, huh? Who's that going on? It's probably just gonna go on Leper, right?
Your collection can
Ooh, I also could have saved that money and used leeches, but oh well. I'm not thinking straight right now, YouTube. I'm not thinking straight.
They have nothing.
We've already gone through all of our wheels too. Oh my goodness, this better not be a wheel patch. If it is, that's really unfortunate, and I might just reset this.
Look to the horizon.
Please don't be a wheel patch. Okay, thank goodness. It's just a fight. Though I think we are guaranteed to get a repair fight. And a creature den too? Jesus. What is this region, chat? YouTube, not chat. You guys aren't chat.
Stumbling and grasping. Shadows of what they once were.
All right. Let's go ahead and just get some nice, clean kills, you know? All I need to do is the 1 damage, and then she's no longer a problem. Fantastic. You love to see it. Get some damage going on our friend here. Oh man, a natural crit. I love when that happens. It's my favorite, chat. All right. Well, the biggest threat here is now going to be the urchin. Oh, well, there we go. There's worms worming. It's really hard to stop them from spawning when they, you know, with the way that we have this set up right now. Just because our team seems to outspeed a lot of things, which can definitely be a bit of a pain. I will say this is one of the funnier like interactions to have with this game is the carrion, or the bright, not the bright light, goodness me. The corpse light. The corpse light is just funny, in my opinion. Oh my god, another natural crit with rabies. Well, good thing we have those leeches. Oh my god, more corpses. Why can't we kill these things fast enough? Video game, why? We can get a little heal here.
A simple variable.
We can go ahead and just purge.
A deliberate and
This one's probably gonna eat that corpse. No. All right, cool. That's good. But we can remove that corpse before it becomes a problem for us. All right. There we go. Excellent.
though unpleasant in the extreme. This work is noble.
Still, taking on the lair fight.
Necessary.
Man, taking on a lair fight and then going into a creature den. This is good. If we get through this region without losing a hero, I will be pretty amazed. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be pretty amazed. Because we're getting to a rough interaction point here.
Within every keep, a general and his
Triple drummer, or triple footman drummer. Another lovely high damage interaction. A focus fire is totally fine by me. Again, I think the one thing we're really going to be dealing with here a lot is going to be stress. Absolutely. I'm going to withstand. We've already got the taunt, but I want the protection at this point. None of them have applied the debuff yet. Resisted it. There we go. Well, they haven't applied the debuff for a no block, which is good. We don't want that one being applied. Just gonna go for the damage here.
lethality writ large.
Nice little heal there. 3 damage to everybody.
Early results are encouraging.
Yeah, Necrosis can get some very fun bits of damage going on there. We're not low enough for Solemnity yet, so just go ahead and Intimidate. Take one of those block tokens while we're at it. All right. Oh my god. The worms being at the end is just hilarious. I'm starting to think that corpse clear abilities really aren't going to help us that much. All right. I mean, I should have used the corpse clear ability there, right? Like, that was the time to use it before this happens, yep.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
I'm gonna need to be liberal with my heals, I think. Oh, there it is. There's that crit. I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. What did he generate block from there? Oh, withstand, right? Yeah, yeah. It's a nice chunky heal. I'm gonna go for it.
Deliberate
and that's probably going to turn into a worm. A 66% chance is a lot. Got lucky there.
A slow dissection.
I'm going to hope I remember to cut that out. So you guys don't have to listen to my dog barking, but no promises. All right. Flag's still in the game.
Has been tended to.
All right. Let's keep going. See what we run into this time. I knew it would be a night. When he gets Slay the Wounded, the front two ranks are going to get hit pretty hard by that. Flag's about to take some hits. Now, we could use Indiscriminate Science here just to heal him up and get rid of that. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's take advantage of the tokens being in our favor.
Malaise, measured and steady.
And then we'll withstand here just to eat as much of that as we can.
The slow suffering begins.
Oh, he did defensive formation. All right. Smart. The AI's gotten a little better with the drum. It usually used to just like only do Slay the Wounded, but them doing that makes it a little harder for me to get the damage I'm looking for, except when I do that. And we did get the stun there, which is great. Go ahead and get the heal here. That's a nice amount of healing if we had the threshold there. But the regen is still a nice thing nonetheless. Oh my goodness.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Just trying to keep the flag up and running right now. Well, we'll definitely be able to Solemnity here, and that's going to turn into regen as well, which is always nice.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
I'll remove that before it becomes more of a problem. Could definitely have gone for the kills here. Unguard keeps him alive, which is unfortunate. Does necrosis trigger these? Interesting. I guess it makes sense that it does. I can use this for the stress heal, even though we're not going to get a heal out of it. That should be death on both of these guys.
But deadly all the same.
All right. Time for the general. I am very doubtful we will not get a meltdown here. Trinket prices, that's a reverberating readout and clenching claws are both good to get. Greater Wolf's Blood is good to get. Overall, pretty good, besides the Nightmare's End, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and advance, and we'll see how we do here. I have faith. I think we'll be able to beat it. Question is, how badly are we going to get meltdown here? That's going to be the determining factor at this point. Start off with a nice amount of blight here, and we'll also just get intimidate going, or not. Still, we do like the taunt. Unsettling Whispers being an AoE stress ability has always kind of upset me, because even if it misses, it will actually hit everybody with stress, which is definitely one way of doing it. Alright. There's the Soil Stirs. We knew that was coming. Up to a nice little bit of 15 blight there. Much less damage than that would normally be because of the weakness, so that's definitely good there. We might go Toxic. If we're going to go Toxic, that's fine. I'm really not worried about going Toxic. But we can, you know, stop him from hitting Death's Door at least for a little bit.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Really need you to be doing more damage there, Mr. Occultist Man. Soil Stirs on the same two heroes, which is unfortunate. And Toxic. There it is. Relationships are going to be rough, to say the least. But hey, at least we get that bleed turned into regen, which I'm happy for. We're good on all of this. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and throw Intimidate down. That weakness is much more useful than you might think it is. It really makes the damage he puts out much less of a threat. And resisted the blight there, unfortunately. The Torchlight hasn't gone down, so he shouldn't really be resisting that often, but there we go. That's a hit I'm looking for. We're probably getting to the... Ooh, another crit. Love that. We're getting to the point where I'm going to have to be worried about the flag's health here. But he is going to be doing more blight. Now he's at low health, so that is something to keep in mind. We could Solemnity here, but... Yeah, he's still got a taunt. I'm going to Solemnity for that. Well, I don't know, man. I'll take the damage. That may have been greedy of me, but... Honestly, the blind was the bigger thing that happened out of that I'm upset that I let happen now. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal Flag. I'd rather stop him from hitting Death's Door, like, if I can avoid it. But he's critting enough to make up for it, so I'm happy with that. This will not stun anybody, unfortunately. But still a nice hit. Noob missed there. So he's most likely now going to... Yep, that's going to cause him to melt down. He is unlikely to get a resolute. Oh, but he does. And that, ladies and gentlemen, makes the game just work that much better. And another crit. All right, we're getting some luck on our side here, which is good. I will never say no to Lady Luck, ever. Oof. This could be a death. It was not, thank goodness. We'll take Lash's gift. The guaranteed crit is just very nice. Good job, Baldwin. Good freaking job, Baldwin. All right. It's not game over, but that resolute was very lucky. So we're guaranteed a pretty big heal here. Not guaranteed. We're guaranteed a crit. Doesn't mean it's going to be a big one. But, you know.
Mistimed.
All right,
Misdirected.
Damien. Don't miss. Thank you. There we go. Woo, boy.
Sweet reprieve. Until the next
All right.
test is put before you.
Overall, could be worse. Could definitely be worse. So let's go give him readout. Let's give him clenching claws. Speed will be good here. And then we can take that. Yeah. I still think Appalling Apron is better here. He still gets the additional healing from his self-healing. That it's pretty much still makes up for this. Iron Stance and Tough. Oof. Man is an immovable object. But unfortunately, we're still feeling pretty rough here. Our inability to handle stress is a major concern for this team. That is absolutely true. Double Arbalist and Bishop here. Not always the best combination. We will definitely want to focus down the Bishop as much as we can to stop him from summoning a bunch of his cohorts. Put as much damage into Baldwin as we possibly can while we're at it. Unfortunate purge there. I did go for the person that was going to suffer the most from that. Get a nice little heal from this.
On to the next.
Yeah, that hurts. And doesn't matter, immediately into the corpse there. That's rough, buddy. Alright, that gets him to dead, which is good. Honestly, I think we need the damage at this point.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Ugh. And just another little intimidate. You can actually miss Fester, fun fact. I don't feel like it should be an ability that misses, but you can also miss Dead of Night, so, like, I guess it's not that crazy. Oh, we're getting extra actions from Readout here. Which is nice to see. See if we can get some heals here. Of course, everybody's upset no matter who I pick on this. Everybody's just mad right now, so you know what? I'm just gonna heal myself, then nobody can be mad at me. How about them apples, huh?
Greater threats await those who dare.
Hail drought. Sure. That's fine. I am concerned about the upcoming creature den. I will not lie. I don't think we're in great condition for a creature den of all things. I think we're very much prone to have a couple more meltdowns if we continue down that way, but we don't really have much choice, do we? So
he struggles to decide what is real.
But at least we'll have a decent amount of mastery points and all sorts of other fun stuff. What pet do we have? We have the mucilaginous slime. So road gear will give us additional resistance piercing, but I don't really care that much about that. Blueprint tube and something that produces something would be pretty good. Food and inventory, increasing resolute chance is always nice, but we'd have to get more, you know, food, which is easier said than done. Let's take a look at some of the other trinkets we have here. Chance to produce woven items. This will give us mostly like milk-soaked linen. I think I'm gonna take blueprint tubes just to hope that we can get something good. But we do also have like explosive magazine, strongbow. We have a couple things for the stagecoach, so I'm not super worried about it. I think that triage kit is gonna be nice. You know, these ablet or these powder. This stuff is all gonna be good for us right now. We could definitely use the heals. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Oh man, we definitely need stress reduction. The Oasis might have been a really good call for this team. Honestly, so would have the Cub. Ahead. Just to get some stress like mitigation. Ooh, we get 4 laudanum, but I can't do anything with it because it immediately goes into my inventory right as the fight happens. So that makes things a little difficult. Let's see if we can go ahead and pull this arbalist up here. Ouch. A nice 3 stress hit there. Absolutely top-notch work.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Reverberating Readout doing some work for us there, but immediately the corpse spawns. And goodness for block tokens. Oh my gosh, the crits! Video game! You gotta cut me some slack here. All right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Good crit. No stress reduction, unfortunately. I'm getting a nice little amount of regen here.
Agony by accumulation.
Everybody's gonna be mad. So just heal yourself. I guess they won't be mad if I do this one, so... Should have done Purge. Thankfully, we do have Fester, so that's good.
A steady subtraction.
Doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. There we go. If this team survives all the way to the final boss, I will be amazed. Oh my goodness. It's happening. The never-ending worms are real.
Mistimed. Misdirected.
Oh my god. There we go. It's just gonna turn into another worm.
And effective.
Ah! I need them to not die at the end of the round so I can, you know, get them to both die at the same time or something like that. Just trying to take advantage of the crit heals while I can. Yeah, we got decent blights on both of them right now, which is a good sign. Now we purge. Remove the corpse before it can do anything. All right. Oh my goodness.
The spoils.
Hey, calibrating sensor though. That's pretty good. Calibrating sensors are pretty good quirk to have, or pretty good item to have on our leper here. Do have a lot of good trinkets, I won't lie. We're almost all indelibled out right now, but that is not gonna make this any easier. This is going to be brutal. I'm hopeful we can actually run from it, and we can. Unfortunately, this is gonna hurt our relationships, but this is not a fight that we want to take right now. We're gonna be in. Oh, we're gonna have a repair fight immediately, so guys, this has not been a good region. It's gonna be an antiquarian or something, or double ghoul, knowing my luck. Oh, it's this. That's
fight even faster.
It's not any better. Oh, of course, the don't leave me goes on the guy with the most stress too. You love to see it. Better hope that's a resolute, because otherwise we are about to have problems. I'm glad I've got a pig in my inventory. That's gonna make a big difference. And here it comes. All right, just an easy resolute. I love to see it. Absolutely, we're cracked, we're goated, everything's okay. Nothing could possibly go wrong ever. Except for the fact that that's resisted the move resist twice now, which is just silly, but whatever. All right, Purge, hit. Okay, at the very least, the cannon is at least... Oh, misfiring, so that's great. Good stuff. And we resisted that bit of stress, too, which is even freaking better. Flag really likes to repair this stuff. You can see it in the way that he constantly is repairing it. I'm gonna go for a big old hit here. I say big old hit. It's not that much, but it's enough to get that guy dead. Now, considering the fact that worms are still a thing in this fight, that's probably gonna turn into a worm. It did not. Wow, even better. All right, bring you forward, Mr. Cannon. Now we can just wail into you with everything we've got. Or miss with everything we got. Oh. Alright, that's not gonna be... Oh, it's another misfire. Man, that's lucky. We are getting some good luck, considering how silly we've had this run be so far. It's gonna go with Intimidate. The weakness will be useful, because that is definitely gonna at least get one more shot on off, I would say, and... you know, we have all this laudanum. Let's start using it, huh? I would love it if this moved around, but it does not. Oh my god. This fight is gonna take forever purely because of the fact that this is just gonna continuously generate token. Oh my god, it misfired 3 times in a row. I don't know what this luck is. I'm not gonna complain though, I'm like... It loads the shot fast enough to stop the leper from being able to do anything. But that's okay, because it doesn't really make a difference anyway. Oh my goodness. Okay, at least gets rid of the block tokens for us finally. I guess we could heal, but we gotta kill this thing. 8 rounds into this. Oh my god. It's curing our stress. Thank you. I am amazed that that actually just happened. Was that 4 or 5 misfires in a row?
Until the next
I've never seen that happen before. Crazy. What is everybody's thoughts on repair fights? It's a fight that I very rarely have to deal with. I don't really think about them very often, but like, if you're a newer player, is that something that you run into frequently? Is you end up, if you don't have the armor, like, because you only start with 2, right? Armor tokens and wheel tokens. Like, those fights must be more common to newer players, which I feel is kind of counterproductive, right? Like, newer players should probably be the ones that those happen to the least. But maybe I'm just silly, I don't know. Oh, we are going up against Resentment, by the way. I don't think I said that at any point. So yeah, we are fighting Resentment. It does resentment thingies. Meaning that crit tokens can spawn on these bad guys. Calibrating sensor doing some good work for us, giving us extra moves there. And a crit to just hedge our bets even better. And we get a worm. Worm. More worms, please. Crit there won't do anything. Nocturne Commune here. Now this is where we get some necrosis value, just a little bit. We seriously only heal 3. Oh, he has Apron on, doesn't he? We might want to take Apron off of him, honestly. Apron's one of those weird, like, I don't know. It's probably not doing us that much good, if I'm entirely honest. That calibrating sensor, like extra move kind of whole deal, that's really nice. This one is going next. There's no way for us to kill it, but you know what we need to do? We need to remove that corpse. This is what we need to do. Guaranteed to hit. Let's just get the hit. Might not stop the crit, but we'll stop the hit, and that's fine. Go ahead and work on our stress here.
One less.
Guarantee you that turns into a corpse. Ain't no way it doesn't. Yeah, or it doesn't. Turns into a, you know, a thing. Another great crit there. No stress heal though, unfortunately.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Yeah, necrosis isn't giving us any value with apron on. So either we take off apron. Oh my god.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
Okay, that's one corpse removed from the whole situation. And this one's dead. But it's probably going to turn into another worm. Oh my god. These fights can truly just go on forever. Actually quite insane. You really have to be good about, like, just spreading the damage out and just either killing them both immediately or planning out who's going to get rid of the corpse. Because if you don't, it's a problem. Well, this laudanum is coming real clutch. This is region 1, and we've been at this for over an hour, which is, like, very long for a first region.
Sweat-soaked brows, unsteady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
Now, I will say with Apron on flag, we might want to use something like Suffer, right? Because he can then pull the dots and then get the regens from them. So we may end up turning him into more of a tank, honestly. If we're going to play him like that. We may do like a more kind of deal. And try doing less blight. I may even switch him to, or keep him the same and switch the leper to not exanimate, sorry. Switch the leper to being a tempest so we can get more damage out of him, and then have the flag just be our primary tank.
For all the world to see.
We could switch to Scourge, but that's going to cost a lot of money. I think we only have 60 relics right now, which is a lot, or it's not a lot, but it's enough. But with Apron and like more and Suffer, you can basically just like remove the dots off the rest of the team, put them all on him, have him heal up. It can be a pretty good combination, honestly. So I think that may be the play here. It's just to go more into the more route.
There are yet places such as
Neat free. Oh, limping mules. These are all gonna be bad. Of course, what are the chances that Damien gets off guard again? Like, I get that it can happen, but oh my god, I'm blundering here. So blundering on the speed reduction is fine. The vulnerability is not particularly great. Okay, well, this might be good for us. We might be able to get rid of some negative quirks here. We did get rid of the disease, which is nice. Go ahead and eat the pig here. So relationships aren't as terrible as they could be, considering how many meltdown, or just how many times we came to melting down.
When survival demands
I think I'm gonna switch Damien up. I think we're gonna switch him to, we can still keep Fester on him. That's totally fine. But I think we just remove him from being a damage dealer and just switch him into being a tank. No. Sorry, we're swapping him into Tempest, right? I'm gonna change the path, right? We get the mastery points back or whatever, which is fine. We didn't have any in him anyway, I don't believe. So now we just go full into like chop. We still keep purge. Purge is gonna be good. Withstand, solemnity. It's gonna be very similar, honestly. It might even be the exact same kind of build here. Intimidate, sure. So, well, we don't really want him taking much damage, right? Bash for the daze can be good. Reflection for the removal. There we go. That's fine. And so then on the flag, right? I'm fine with these two being here. We honestly need to slow the flag down as well. Well, we don't need to. This doesn't need to have the speed. Like, I don't care about the immobilize that much. But I definitely think that if we're going to do this, we're going to move into more suffer. We want Fester. I don't think we need him as a healer per se. We could go like full Scourge route as well and potentially just go that way, but I don't think we need it. Deathless, Undying, maybe. Really, he's just going to be doing more and more and suffer. Like, that's really going to be the goal here, is to just use him as kind of a sponge. And I think with Apron, that's going to be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade more and more, because it does so much more. So much more, right? It does so much more. We don't actually need to upgrade Suffer, because he's going to remove the dots anyway. So that's fine. Let's see. If we upgrade the curses... This one, Weakening Curse already applies combo. That's something we're going to want. Demon Pulse already applies combo. I'm going to upgrade this for the stun, though, which is always nice. And... probably just going to get the damage here. Alright. Where are we going?
Everywhere.
It's Scalded Skull here.
Everywhere. In need.
I don't really care about this too much. Naked and Afraid we're not going to be doing. Blood and Hope, don't really care. Don't really care there. Could definitely go for a Sluice. Sluice will give us some trinkets, but I'm not sure.
Precious relics remind
A
us of a
Sagear.
time before the end.
That could be pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab that while we're at it. Make sure we're fully repaired. Blueprint Tube, that's just something we want here. Who doesn't have it? I think our Plague Doctor is still missing like a trinket, right? Like, sure, we'll give her Clandestine Cape. Oh, we also have that.
In blood.
But that's not really helpful for her anyway, so that's fine. We'll keep that, because it's always good to have. Might as well throw this on for now. I don't think it's really going to help us.
Plan accordingly.
And... yeah, so... relationships... definitely going to be a thing that we have to deal with here. Can't use this anymore, right? Nobody has any need for the leeches. Nobody has any need for that. Relationships are going to be difficult, if not pretty impossible. I can get that one out pretty easily. Baldwin and Damien. Let's just go for that.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
That gets them to the 9, so that's at least a 5% now. That one's fine. I think it's just the 1, right? Baldwin and Paracelsus. Do we have one of the books? We have this one. Now, of course, the thing about this is it needs to proc. If it doesn't proc, then... okay, +3. That gets us there. All right, there we go. Very lucky with that. just highly unlikely that we get negative relationships now, or at least pretty unlikely. I think we have 1-5% chance for negative relationships. So let's go for the sluice, and we'll go ahead and take care of that.
Tread carefully.
So we'll have to see how this new kind of dynamic works on this team. But I think this will be good, because before we were kind of suffering from lack of physical damage with this team. Now we have that damage with Baldwin. Now we have backline damage, we have frontline damage. It's going to be better for the lungs as well. And then Damien is just going to act as a tank, really. He's just going to sponge up as much damage as he can and give himself regen, which is basically how we want him to work, right? He won't be able to get the best heals, but if he can give himself regen constantly, that's going to be super helpful. So we'll definitely take that. Let's go ahead and slam the back row here. Very nice. Probably not going to hit him twice, though. Oh, and the resists. These guys are pretty heavily blight resistant, I do believe, so we're probably going to have a few issues with them. And the stun right off the bat. Love that for us. Right on my my flag, too. Is kind of somebody I really don't want getting stunned, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and kill that not that full gore. Just a regular skeever. Not a full gore. Oh, we get that guy in return. That's great for everybody involved. That's just more and more.
The slow suffering begins.
I don't have Intimidate anymore, right? So just gonna have to hope for the best. That's gonna be the sticking point, is gonna be getting the damage through. That's gonna be the point where we have. That's gonna be the thing that causes us some issues.
Messy, but effective.
See, like, he just sponges all that up, and then it just goes away.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Still gonna have Purge. Definitely want to avoid, you know, too many of those pesky worms showing up here. Just more. There we go. That 21 damage. That's the kind of damage we're looking for.
Greater threats await those who dare.
Sneakers standard? Honestly, no. The thing I dislike about Sneakers standard is you can't control it, right? It's a random chance to apply stealth to anybody on your team. And the problem with that is, if you have a tank, which most likely you do on your team, and your tank gets stealthed, or worst case scenario, which has happened to me more times than I could count, which is that I have a squishy hero, and that's the only hero that doesn't get the stealth, then all of a sudden everybody on the first round is focusing all of their damage into the squishy hero, and that causes some problems. Oh my god, twice now that's happened. The daze at the beginning is going to cause me some problems. That's for sure.
Mistimed, misdirected.
because it disallows us the ability to, oh my god. This allows us the ability to start off by doing what he's supposed to, which is opening with his tank move, right? To like get the taunt going. And since I can't start with that, it does make it a little bit more difficult, but nothing that we can't make up for now. Good stun there. Okay, that landed, so that one's dead. Good damage. We need these combos to apply where we can. As I take the combo away. Whoops. Gotta think about that stuff before I do it. Good hit anyway. I have no way to deal with his stress, so basically I'm just gonna hope that Damien's gonna go toxic, he's gonna go toxic. Like, that's really just something I'm gonna have to deal with.
Straightforward and effective.
I will say, Flag is a pretty effective healer right now.
Until the next test is put.
He is, he's just sponging every little bit of it up. Oh my goodness, a Kyrogen's table. I am not looking forward to this if we have to take this fight, which we probably will have to do. Alright. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna have to take it. I mean, we could run, but, you know, we gotta do it, right? Okay, again, we do start with the Woodsman. That's good. We do start with the Daze. That's less good, but... do start with the double crits. Love that for us. Take the child there. We're gonna go ahead and just get rid of that corpse. Get those burns going. And, what do we want to open it with here? I'm fine with Reflection. Let's go for it. Reflection's kind of like, it feels like a waste sometimes, but it's not really. If you can line up a good hit after, then it's not as bad, right? I do think that should remove guard. It does not for whatever reason, but hey. I don't know. Because of our lack of damage on that, we didn't really get much value out of more. Besides the taunt, which I guess is still value. How did we get regen on her? I'm not quite sure what gave us regen there. I'm not gonna complain about it. I just don't know what did it. I don't think we got seal, did we? Should have known to go for the kill there. We kill it with Purge, it should remove the corpse, right? Yep. Great. Oh, it was from Undying. I'm silly. Just ignore everything I've ever said.
Straightforward.
All right.
And effective.
It's probably gonna leukectomy this guy. It usually does. Yeah. Leucotomy. It's gonna immediately stealth him. And then we're going to immediately kill him. But we do have to remember the worms. The worms are a thing here, right? So that is something to be cautious of. Damien is just gonna go toxic here. That's whatever. We're fine with it. We've accepted that idea. We've embraced that reality. I'm gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna go with this. We're playing the Kyrogen's own game against him with this. Get that guaranteed hit there. Do suffering. Let's not use up that combo token. Thank God for the weakness there. It hits. This is a stark difference compared to the first fight we did with this guy. That worm needs to go quickly. Just because we now know what threat it poses our team.
Steady yourself.
Just more here. It's enough to get it to die. Ah, there it goes. God damn it. Unfortunate. He has more on him, so I think right now
Excellent work.
we just focus on getting damage into this guy. I think we'll take advantage of those tokens and use science here when we can. We're definitely going to purge here. Let's not get another one of those worms coming up, because that will cause us some problems. Oh my goodness. Wait, what? Apply to attacker when hit. Oh, I thought that just increased its disease chance. No, it gives disease. Oh my god, that's so brutal. I love it. The worm is like the scariest thing that you can spawn on this fight. At least that's what it feels like. Go ahead and take those dots. Apron just removes them. It's like Suffer, but built in. Alright, unless he gets healed, he's dead here. Doesn't mean that he won't get healed. This guy is going for... honestly, let's just get rid of him. As much as he might summon a fresh worm, at least it stops him from doing something too bad.
The slow suffering begins.
As much as blighting him is not really the answer, it's still not a bad one. There's still more here. Force all that damage into him. And we'll just let the leper kind of chip away at the health here.
Extinguished at last.
Alright, almost got him. There we go. There it is. Oh man, definitely a fight of all time.
These nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
I'm not sure that we really care for anything besides the guild seal. The spike skull cap is... it's honestly not something I really care for. But this team... it's honestly not my favorite item overall, but hey, it is what it is. So I can't complain. We'll take it. Still have quite a little while to go before we get anywhere, so...
At least it should
Damien
be.
may melt down again. I think I have to reserve myself to the fact that Damien may just be a meltdown-y, upset lad. The biggest issue I have with playing a toxic flag is that he ruins abilities on other heroes by doing that. It wouldn't be as bad if maybe he only ruined his own abilities or whatever, but...
debasing themselves in the face of the end.
Off guard gives them off guard. I mean, at least sometimes off guard gives us a bonus. I'll take it. Oh no, the encounter. Oh, I thought it meant for them, not for me. Whoops! It stunned him. That was bad. Well. You know, you're toxic now. That was probably bound to happen anyway, but that's funny.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Get those both out of the way. We'll go ahead and more here. We can mag rain off those corpses at the end here. Or we can just purge here. No, we'll just do big damage. We'll be able... oh, we get an extra action too.
This road cannot be walked alone.
Alright. We actually want to hurt him here a little bit more by using one of these abilities just to get more out of the more. And... yeah. Disarming Dagger is not a bad option. Probably better than Clandestine Cape, honestly. We don't really need the stealth, and this will at least give us more ways to apply weakness, which is a nice thing to have. Weakness is a very potent token. Don't underestimate how much more you can survive when you're taking 50% less damage from attacks.
The loathing whispers.
Yeah, we should have one more node. This could be a Shambler. It's more likely here than anywhere else. Is not, though. Trinket's gonna give us true entropy. I'd rather just take the combat item, honestly. Get calm out of it, alright? And calm just gives us resolute chance? Yeah. So now he has a pretty decent chance of resoluting, so that's not bad. This is a pretty good set of quirks that he has, that's for sure. And that should be the end of the sluice, honestly. I think that's, yeah, there we go. Not too shabby.
Rest now for a time.
Oh my god, Vestal's Secret. So many quirks. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I do not have the time to continue recording this episode today. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this one up. I hate breaking it into parts, but I do have to go do some other stuff. But we'll continue this run. This is definitely a hell of a run for sure. It's taking a lot longer than we're normally because of the fact that we're running the corpse light. So, yeah, if you like this episode, go ahead and leave a like, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.